Why is it that so many of these red state senators are willing to vote for Joe Biden's nominees, but they drag their feet for Donald Trump's nominees?
Well, it really is amazing, Charlie, and you've got to go into the primary process for all this because, look, here's what the dirty little secret is a lot when we say RINOs, when we talk about a RINO, you have to understand the psychology of a RINO and what the makeup of a RINO is. So a RINO is an embarrassed Democrat. And a lot of the Republican senators who currently sit in the Republican caucus, let's not name names right now, but let's just say that I know them very, very well. A lot of them, and you see this, by the way, in pretty much every red state, they're embarrassed Democrats. What do I mean by that? That they personally are Democrats. They have the belief structure, the ideals, the ideology of a Democrat, and they also have the financial backing of whatever corporate interests are in their state. And so they will know that they have to be registered as a Republican if they want to run and win, kind of like you have to be registered as a Democrat if you want to run and win in statewide California or New York. And so what will happen, by the way, the DA, Nate Hochman, who just got elected in LA County, a great example of this, where he was a Republican who had to leave the party and run as an independent so that he could get elected in that state because they just won't do it. Well, the flip side also exists, boys and girls, and it exists within our red states because you have all of these. I don't know, who's that guy, Dave Phelan from Texas that wrote who ran the false impeachment on Paxton and some of these other guys, where they just sit there and they are essentially Democrats, but because they live in a state where you have to be a Republican to get elected, then you go and run as a Republican. And every once, John Tester was doing this for years, by the way, and he finally got called on it because you'll do a video, even though, he ran as Democrat. Every 4 years, you'll make a video of yourself shooting a gun and wearing a cowboy hat or driving a tractor or something like that. And then you just walk back to Washington, D.C. and do whatever big business, whatever your corporate interests want you to do. And then they'll come around come primary time and they'll say, you got to reelect me. Well, I'm the Republican. I'm fighting for you and I'm pro-Trump. But when it comes down to issues like this, when it comes down to issues that actually matter, that could actually shake up the system in Washington, D.C., that is when they show their true colors. So I'll put it this way. Donald Trump just got a lot of clarity. He paid a high price for it, but he got a lot of clarity as to what's coming out of the United States Senate Republican caucus.